everyone, this is Debayan Ganguly. Welcome to another video of MBA Talks. In this video, I'll be talking about the book This is Marketing by Seth Godin. Now, this is another book related videos as I keep coming up with a few of them in my channel. And in this video, I have decided to talk about this particular book that I read early this year, and I wanted to share my favorite parts of that book and whether or not you should buy it. So without wasting any more time, let's get started with the book. So this book by Seth Godin is divided into 23 chapters, and they talk about marketing, consumer behavior, pricing, positioning, social media marketing, direct marketing, so on and so forth. It talks about many things in marketing. So if you have been a marketing student, or if you are a marketing student, marketing professional, this book will serve as a guidebook for you. This book will be helping you in revising all your marketing concept as it did for me. And this book is written in a very simple language. It serves as a basic book in marketing. So if you are someone who is starting up your career in marketing, then this book will be good for you as well. Coming to my favorite portions in the book, I have enjoyed this book thoroughly, and it was difficult for me to pick up any 5 topics that I liked. There are many more such words of wisdom, pages of wisdom in this book that I would have loved to share with you all, but in the span of this video I can share only so much. So here are 5 things that I enjoyed from this book and I want to share with you all. So the first thing that Seth Godin talks about in his first chapter, not mass, not spam, not shameful, is that instead of selfish mass, effective marketing now relies on empathy and service. And now to understand this, let's take an example. You must have subscribed to some newsletter that bombard you with emails of their products. You must have taken course sometime in the past, and the course instructor has come up with a new course that they want you to purchase, and then they keep emailing you. You may have received calls and SMS from credit card companies trying to sell you credit cards, from insurance company trying to sell you insurance. Sometimes it is a human who is calling you, sometimes it is just a recorded robotic message that irritates you. All those marketings are mass and selfish marketing, where they do not consider the pain points of the customers, where they do not consider whether the customer will be interested in buying the product or not. On the other hand, there are brand messages that actually listen to you. They understand your pain points, and then they come up with a product or a solution that will be beneficial for you. There are 99% chances that you will buy the product that actually solves your problem than a massy emailer or a massy phone caller that does nothing but irritate you. So the second kind of marketing, the second kind of communication is actually effective, and the first kind of selfish massy communication was not effective. So if you are a marketer, instead of throwing emailers, instead of throwing text messages, calling random people without understanding their pain points, try focusing on solving their problem, try empathizing with them. Only then your marketing will be effective. And the second thing that I liked about the book is the part where Seth Godin talks about status, how different people see different status. While someone looks at dominance, while others look at affiliation. So the kind of people who like to dominate are the kind of people who would want to achieve bigger, who would want to be the leader of everything, who would want to add credibility, who would want to add numbers to his profile. Someone who seeks affiliation would be wanting to see whether the company is run well or not, whether they are connected with people or not. So while for dominating people, being the leader is important, for people who are seeking affiliation, for them to feel connected is important. To explain this with an example, let's take the case of 2 football players, where one player tries to score more goals, tries to keep a check on not just their competitors from the other team, but also his co-players, his teammates, and wants to overtake everyone and be the best goal scorer of the team of the entire series. And on the other hand, there is a player who ensures that the team is winning instead of the person himself or herself is scoring. The first kind of person is the one who relates more to dominance, and the second kind of person is the person who relates to affiliation. For the second person, the winning and the team's performance is more important. The shared joy is more important than his own score, than his own goals. No matter what your customer is, no matter what status they seek, you as a marketer need to understand them where they lie. You need to understand their pain points in their own words. It doesn't matter whether you are dominating or you're someone who seeks affiliation, but if your customer belong to either of the group, you need to talk to them in a way that will solve their problem and make them feel connected. So for someone who seeks dominance, try to give them a sense of pride, give them a sense of exclusion, try to brush their ego. In this way, you will be able to make your communication reach out to them. And for someone in the affiliation zone, you need to reach out to them by talking about the greater good, talking about how effective your product will be for not just for you but for everyone. And in this way you need to differentiate your communication when you're talking to different people in the dominance and the attribution zone. My third favorite part in this, and that is going to be a little controversial, is that does logo matter? Here Seth Godin says that it matters less than your designer wants it to, but more than your typical committee realizes. So in essence, logo is an identity. It serves a purpose of building trust. It serves a purpose of connecting your audience to your brand through a picture or through an image. What Seth Godin says here is that the design part, the aesthetic part may not be that important, may not be that associating with the masses or with the brand's promise, but having a logo, having a distinct logo is important. Having that logo consistently throughout a larger period of time is important because the association of the product with the brand is conveyed through the logo. The logo may mean something to the marketer, may mean something to the customers, but it is not necessary always to have a meaning behind the logo or a meaning behind the color scheme of the logo, but having a logo is important. So what Seth Godin says is that pick a logo, do not spend a ton of money or have a lot of meetings about it, and keep it for as long as you keep your first name. So consistency and stability of the logo is much more important than the design part of it. And if you are a designer who designs brand logo and are somehow hurt with this statement, then do mention your anger in the comments as well. Let's hear your side of the story as well. So don't forget to comment. But my fourth favorite part is the one where he talks about direct marketing versus brand marketing. So brand marketing is more culturally oriented, and brand marketing is something that is more action oriented and can be measured. So if you have a banner and out of home advertisements that you have placed across a highway where your target customers who pass through the highway looks at it and they are interested in your product, you have been able to communicate your brand's message through that billboard, so your target market already knows about the product. A direct marketing is something where like a targeted Facebook advertisement or a sales call made to the right person, where they will be explaining the features to you, they will be explaining the customization that you may need that would best serve your purpose. So in this way, direct marketing is much more targeted, the direct marketing is much more actionable, and direct marketing is much more measurable. So you know how many business development calls have been made and how many customers have actually turned up. Brand marketing, you never know how many people saw the advertisements and how many people got interested at the billboard or looking at a television commercial. So brand marketing is not measurable. It is done more to establish a culture, to define a culture. Now there is a chance that direct marketing done repeatedly will result in a change in culture, but that is a side effect according to Gordon. And there is also a chance that the brand marketing, the billboards and television commercial will actually bring you customers, will actually help you in direct sales. So there is a both side benefit, but the intention of brand marketing is not to bring in customer, it is to establish culture. And the intention of direct marketing is not to bring in a change in the culture, but to bring in sales, bring in more conversion. So that was the difference between brand marketing and direct marketing. Coming to the fifth favorite part in the book, it talks about pricing. Pricing is the most important P in the 7 Ps, as I discussed in my previous video. If you haven't watched that video, then do watch it from the description or from the I button. Now he talks about why your product shouldn't be cheap. Having your products cheaper than the ones in the market means that you're scared of competition, means that your competition is doing better than you, and you have no better way to communicate your trust, to establish your trust, credibility in the market than products sasta mein mil raha hai. Having your products cheap is the last resort a marketer turns to. It means that your product has nothing new to offer than the ones available in the market, but at a cheaper rate. Now your sales may be more initially, but over the course of the time, the brand trust in you will decline and you will be seen as a cheap alternative that works negatively for your brand. So do not go for price war, do not have a cheaper version unless your technology is so developed that you can produce them at a cheaper rate whilst maintaining a good margin of it. Do not strategize giving products for cheap just because they will sell more. That is the most disgusting way to market your product. So those were the 5 things that I liked about this book, and if you are interested and if these points have interested you as well, there are many more such topics that Seth Godin has discussed. Pages are filled with practical real life examples that you will be connecting to. Some things have been explained graphically. The language is very simple, as I mentioned earlier, so that book is the one that I recommend 100% to each marketer, whether they're aspiring marketer, whether they're currently marketing student or marketing professional or sales professional. That will be one guidebook that you can have for a lifetime. So if you are interested in buying the book, then do check out the link from the description. It is an affiliate link. I'll get certain commission every time you make purchase through that link without any extra cost to you. That will help me run this channel. So do check out the link in the description. That will help me a lot. If you have enjoyed this video, then do hit the like button and share this video with as many as marketers or book lovers you know in your network. Comment down below any other book that you have read and want to share with the community. Comment down below your thoughts about this book, and don't forget to subscribe to this channel. See you in another video. Bye bye. Bye bye.